Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Is this thing on? Well, hello there. What's going on, everybody? I know I'm not on the screen yet. I don't know what I'm doing back here. Give me just a moment. I'm just tweaking some things. I brought the TV back. So, hold on, wait a second. Alrighty, give me just a moment. Appreciate the love.
Astonished face with hand over mouth. Yes, I got a wrench, hooray, 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 tears of joy face.
You know, I guess you can't change everything about the den. Some things you got to keep the den the other way they are. Thank you to Miss Sarah Lou. Sarah's been holding the den down for quite some time. Even while I was away on the hiatus, always checking in, showing a bunch of love, and I felt that Sarah should get some love at the moderator position. I actually did it, I think, on the last stream, but she didn't make it in time, and so, you know, but yes, appreciate the love. What's going on, Den folk? What's going on, you lovely people? Hope all of y'all are doing well. Let's see what we got in the mix. And we got plenty of stuff to talk about. Heidi. I don't know if you're the first one here, but you're the first one that showed up on my screen. That's a first. A German on time for something. I gotta be careful now. This is YouTube. I gotta get back into my groove of what I can and can't say. I don't know if I'm crossing the line, the new line. Buck McCaffrey, what's the motherfucking deal? Dre, man, I was asking about Dre the other day. What's the motherfucking deal, Jay? John from New York. John, my favorite New Yorker. What's the motherfucking deal? Man, whatever happened? What was her name? I feel bad. She used to be in here a lot. Darn. She was from New York. I wonder if she got mad, because like right kind of around when John started coming in, I started calling her my favorite New Yorker. She kind of disappeared. Her name's going to come to me in a second. If you remember her name, no pistachios for you, because for some reason the bot doesn't work anymore. It's like, I guess it's the end of life or something came, so I'm going to find a new bot. I got a lot of stuff to tweak and work. I guess back since it's been, you know, things changed. You know, you go away for a couple of months and there it is. But Wise, what's the motherfucking deal? Man Cave, what's the motherfucking deal? Sarah, congratulations. 335, peace. That's something very few people have any idea what's going on with that. Jason S., what's the motherfucking deal? Marie Lovely, the lovely Miss Marie, how are you doing this evening? Power, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Miss Tisha, aka Miss Unique, how are you doing this evening, ma'am? I think, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. If I did miss you, I didn't dish you, hopefully. So today we're going to talk about, are modern women overrated? I don't even know how I got my setup. I got this light over here, and it's blinding me. And then the camera's over here. So there we go. Let's talk about, are modern women overrated? And I think there's this, I won't say it's a new trend. Some of us have known about it for a while. Others a little bit longer than others, of course. But I know it kind of went viral. I know a lot of y'all watch Kevin Samuels. If you don't watch Kevin Samuels, you're missing out on a very interesting time on the internet, you know. And maybe it doesn't apply for everybody, but I would suggest that if you haven't been watching it, that you do check it out. But yeah, so there's this new idea. I won't say a new idea. Maybe it's getting back to the old idea of what men and women should be, how things should go, how we've kind of strayed away from a lot of things in the West. But a lot of it is this one real interesting thing that he does. And it's when he has women rate themselves, right? And I find this to be extremely interesting. Oh, and a side note, I got to tell y'all, right? So I've been trying to figure out what medium to use to really, like, StreamYard is cool, but I kind of don't like it. Um, and I know what I'm kind of leaning to, but we'll probably still do the StreamYard thing, I guess, tonight. And then I'll figure it out some one way or another. But, yeah, so my fault on that. We'll figure that out when that time comes. Um, I lost my train of thought. I had to make sure I brought that up. But yeah, when he has women rate themselves, right? And so, he says like, pick up 1 through 10, and you can't pick 7. And it's kind of it's really interesting how women tend to view themselves. And it just had me thinking, a lot of the women there tend to value themselves pretty high. I think he says a 8 is Beyonce, and a 9 is Kelly Rowland, and I think he said Rihanna, even with her big forehead, something like that is a 10. And then Rihanna thing, I don't know. I guess you can, when you get to that 10 area, I guess everybody has their own little tweaks. But so it's interesting to see where a lot of women rate themselves. And I know you're going to say, well, what about the men? Nobody gives a shit, right? We're not going down that lane, so don't even ask. We're talking about the ladies. So I want to know what you think. I want to know what the ladies. I want to know if ladies think maybe other women overrate themselves. I mean, when you talk about a scale of 1 to 10, you're talking about everybody, like who's ever existed. So you mean from I don't know, maybe your old ass elementary school kindergarten teacher, to like the best looking celebrity you've ever seen. Like everybody's on the scale. So I'm curious to figure out how people view themselves. But anyway, we'll get into that. You say Beyonce's a 6, Rolling is an 8? Okay. Oh, you don't. I shouldn't be looking at this damn chat. The chat is I fucking hate you, Heidi. Oh man, where is Misty? I miss Misty. So yeah, like I was saying, it's just. I kind of like I say, when I think when you get upper in that area, it's kind of your own thing. But yeah, I do believe. I don't know if I can say it on the internet. I believe Beyonce's a bit overrated. Sue me. All right, that's the end of this channel. That's the thing that finally gets the den shut down. But no, because I wonder about what it is. I think women appear to be more confident than ever, right? Statistically, doing better than ever. But the categories in which they're succeeding are those the categories that they really want to be in? But the idea of the modern woman is, that you have to work, and I don't know, I guess if you're a single mom, you're working and balancing that motherhood and business career and all of those things like that. But then, like I say, it seems that, I don't know my personal feelings about artificial accessories being added to the body. But it seems like that thing is a thing more and more than ever. And to me, when I see a person do things like that, I think that they're hiding from something.
Back in my day, a woman was the manifestation of God's infinite beauty made in the flesh. These days, not so much. Even the young ones, horrid.
Damn team, what's the motherfucking deal? What's the motherfucking deal, man? It's over. It's over. No, I think I was. I think we're past it. We're past it, Heidi, because I was talking about it today. I know we were talking about the Super Bowl, and I was like, yeah, I remember where I was watching the Super Bowl fucking last year. So, Broderick was trying to invite himself to come watch sports. I was trying my best to politely decline, but anyway, yeah. I probably can't even say that on here. I probably might have made this mistake by saying that, right? You can't even say like the big game, all right? I meant the big game. But talking about women, like say modern women, you know, they're also encouraged to be a lot more sexually liberated. But then if you ask women, you know, if they think that women were happier now compared to back then, you tend to get a lot of women say back then. I mean, if you watch, you see, you know, that people talk about it often, and you wonder why. What is it that makes them feel this way? You know. So, here's what we shall do. Yes, yes. Um, terrible stuff. This is what I miss. You gotta miss the good old days. I gotta get out the chat. But anyway, you know, and so, you know, is it attractive? Are men intimidated by modern women? You hear a lot of different things when it comes to this subject. A lot of men say, I think a lot of men have similar beliefs. There's always that one that just must deviate, you know, the one contrarian. But I also think that a lot of women feel differently, or feel a bit different than, you know, what a lot of modern society says today. So, I think Heidi waits for this, needs this terrible place to be. That's funny. So, let me figure out what we're doing here. Let me click around in old man's land and probably gotta tinker with some stuff here. Give me just a moment while I tinker with this cuckoo cachoo. So pardon me while I'm tinkering. So I guess we use the Streamlabs for this one. And for those of you who don't necessarily want to get on video, I guess you don't have to at this moment. You can just, I guess, get in via audio. I don't know exactly how it works. I'm not the most familiar with it. I'm really going to take a day to sit and figure some stuff out. One day. That day's not going to be today. Okay, and then that's yeah, pardon me, give me a moment. All right, there we go. All right, and I think I'll just switch over this way. All right, there we go. So I want to know, I don't know, make sure y'all can hear me. Hope y'all can hear me because I switched it up. Y'all know sometimes players fuck up and have technical difficulties. Oh, this is terrible stuff that I'm reading. Why am I here now? So, like I say, if you want to get a thing, I guess I should put the fucking link up, right? That allows you to participate in the conversation. And let's say we want to just talk about, are modern women overrated? And what I mean by that also is that, do they give themselves undeserved props? You know, we talk about the term like queen and, you know, these braggadocious terms. Yes, braggadocious. That sounds like a proper word to use. That they use to uplift themselves. And some may, say it's self-esteem. Some people say it is arrogance. You know, I want to know what you guys think about that. And yeah, eventually I'm going to figure out how to, there we go. And, oh, well, there's for everybody. There you go. You got the clipboard. All right, if you want to get in the studio to come and join the conversation, I think that's it. Hopefully my sound will work. If not, we'll figure it out. Yeah, some disgusting stuff going on there. But, you know, and again, I think that the modern woman, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I have no issue with, you know, women, if they want to work and pursue a career, you know. Oh, man, hold on. Before we get into anything, I got to talk about this thing. And I almost wanted to change the stream topic. I almost wanted to do a stream of this in itself. But it was like kind of last minute by the time I got in. And I didn't feel like changing up all the stuff. Modern woman, right? So, I'll tell you guys how I came across this. Shout out to Miss Grace. So I was in the Discord earlier today, and Miss Grace came in and said, "Hey, Hunter." I was out, you know, and about. As those who frequent the Discord know how I do. And she told me about this thing. SMBC. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck the whole modern woman. Fuck the whole modern woman thing, right? Because now I'm getting, this is the thing that really bothers me. Like, and I like talking about stuff I'm actually really a bit more passionate about. So scrap everything we've talked about right now. Fuck it, right? I don't care if it's online. You can talk about this, okay? SMBC. Would anybody who was not in the Discord today, and I know who was there, okay? I mean, I'm in that thing. Like, I'm in there like booty hair, so I know who's in the Discord anyway. SMBC. Who would like to guess what that stands for? Now, I'm a pervert. I'm a disgusting person. And when she asked me if I knew what it meant, I thought, and forgive me, okay, just, you know, I'm going to be 100% honcho with you. Suck my black cock, all right? SMBC, suck my black cock. That's where I thought the crazy conversation was going. You know, I don't know where it was going, all right? I'm just saying. No, but all bullshit to the side. SMBC has the potential to be very serious. Now, I don't know now, and I'm actually going to get a hold of the video and kind of do something a little bit more in depth on it, because there's a few points I want to. I guess I don't want to give them away on the stream, but I guess, you know, we'll probably come across them anyway. But SMBC. That's AK. What's the motherfucking deal? No thoughts on the SMBC. Unspoken, how are you doing? How was the surgery? I'm not sure what you, none of my business, but I hope all is well, and I hope you're recovering well. Roman, Kenneth, Saturday morning breakfast cereal. That would be excellent. SMBC, Trill, what's the motherfucking deal? Single mother by choice. And when Miss Grace told me what it meant, I was like, oh, damn. Okay. And she said, you know, the lady has a video, and she's like, hey, if you want to help me fuel my SMBC journey. Yeah, that's what it was, SMBC journey. And I was like, because that's why I had no idea what it meant at first, right? So I kind of watched the video, and she talked about some issues she had, I guess, dealing with pregnancy complications, whatever. You can find it. We'll talk about it. But yeah, and now she finally healed up, and now, you know, she's filming her SMBC journey. And when she told me what it meant, I immediately, y'all know I'm a very stereotypical person, and it usually works in my favor, even though some people disagree with my tactics. You can't argue with the results. And yeah, I knew that this was a black woman. I immediately knew that it was a black woman who was on this fucking nonsense. So, yes. The workout. Oh man, my fault. I got my work. I didn't work out on Monday, and then today, like the first two sets. In my first two sets, I forgot to fucking put my thing on the clock, but I put the rest of it up there. I still got the rest of it. I put up there in the Discord after this. Tracy McFly, how you doing this evening, ma'am? So yeah, single mother by choice. This was so she's making a decision to go and have a kid. So I'm wondering, now I don't know all the details, and I'm wondering, is she taking this and going to, make it a like in vitro kind of thing? Is she going to try to have someone get her pregnant, and she's just gonna venture off and do her own thing? And then it's like, I got to thinking, like, what's the difference in her saying this than saying, like, deliberately having a kid to get on welfare? And you're gonna be like, Hunter, you're stretching this shit. You're really stretching. You're really trying to make it real crazy. But what's the difference, right? Because if you're getting paid to document your single motherhood journey, isn't that basically like what you're doing when you're like on welfare? You got to fill out a bunch of documents and say you're doing this and say you're doing that, that you are working, you ain't working, that kind of shit. So is it like, instead of taxes, just fucking direct payments, direct deposits? I don't know. That's just kind of crazy to me. Like you said, with that definition, be all swallowed. But here's my thing. But it's like, to me, single mother by choice means that you're going into it already one deep. Like, I don't think you can say single mother by choice and we're like in a copacetic relationship, and you had a kid because you wanted to have a kid together, then it broke off. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that wouldn't fall under single mother by choice. Now, I know, like, we live in this day and age where everybody wants to jump on bandwagons and things, so I can imagine there's going to be, like, a lot of women out there who, yeah, I'm single mother by choice because I left that nigga. He wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? Or using it as a term of empowerment after a divorce or something, like, whatever, the relationship with the husband ain't no good. Well, I'm taking a kid, I'm a single mother by choice. Like, I don't think if you're getting assistance from the custodial parent in a timely fashion that you're necessarily a single parent, right? I mean, even if the visits are few and far in between, like, I just don't consider that the same thing. I don't consider that being a single parent. So now, again, it's the person not in their life. It ain't nothing. Like, to me, then that's different. So, so they some women would do is that Marshall Plan for moms gets put into a bill. I don't even know what that is, and I'm gonna write that down. See if that's a thing. Yes, I'm getting back to the notebooks, y'all, but instead I'm using legal pads. They're so much better. And I've been working on my handwriting, right? So, yeah. So, yeah, none of the bot stuff works. fucking bot's been dead. Like, just not cooperating. Like, it won't even boot up. Like, the executable won't even work. So I wonder if they, like, killed it. I tried to find an update for it. I think it's done. But yeah, so to me, it's a real weird thing. Now, do I think that it's going to really be an epidemic? Well, not. I'm hoping not necessarily. Because say this woman does have a very successful outing, right? By being a SMBC. We live in the day and age of monkey see, monkey do. So if she does it, then there's going to be who knows how many other women. Because I heard OnlyFans ain't paying like they thought it would. But no, it ain't paying me. It ain't paying me nothing. It's terrible. I probably have the worst OnlyFans on OnlyFans. I don't even know if I got anything on there. So, yeah. It's terrible. Terrible, Heidi. Yeah. It's disgusting. You're a disgusting person. So, yeah. That's my thought. I want to talk about that. We can talk about modern women too, because I guess she's a modern woman and she may influence other modern women to figure out, especially the black community, that, that whole I don't need no man thing or independent woman thing, all stuff like that, where, that a lot of them are encouraged that you can do it without a man. So I don't know if that would spike that up or not. Appreciate it, Dan the man. So where's the thing at? Let me see if it pops up. Oh, I'm on the wrong. Son of a bitch. Hold on. See? I fried it. Let me see if I can make the fix that. Where's that thing? I forgot I switched.
I think modern people in general are overrated. This generation is circling the drain. Welcome to the big flush. But you gotta maintain. Much love.
Oh, I did read. Excellent. Excellent. I didn't think it was going to read that. And that fucking works then. Guess we'll try to put that here. It may look a little off, but we'll make it work. Oh, there it goes. All right, cool. There. So, but again, very unfortunate situation. Like I say, so, especially heavily in the black community where the idea is always, independent women, even that six Beyonce, encourages that. And, Bootsy gave out the independent spelling bee. So, I think that mentality permeates in the black community just a little bit more than others. But you're starting to see a lot of others start to trend that way, which is maybe just a tell all on America as a whole, right? So, I guess let me put the link in there again. And let me check it. I guess that actually helps too, right? So if you want to get in on the conversation, hit that link. Rockzilla, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Shelly, where did Shelly come from? OnlyFans said BBT. Oh, that's terrible. Where does Shelly even come from? I don't even believe Shelly's a thing. Shelly's like, I remember Shelly. Me and Shelly had a very heated conversation. All right, let's get this thing going. I think so. And you know what else? Like every time I've been trying to do this thing here, I don't know what's going on. I fucking I never warm up the damn lamp in time, right? So it looks all crazy. Hold on, where are we at here? All right, there we go. That's much better. There we go, cool. So, oh my goodness. My goodness. Um, a special shout out to the Den folk in the Discord. It's been a an interesting, very interesting last few days to say the least. Uh, I have to look. I have two of them at the moment, and I'm switching over from the old one. So I don't know if this one here. I think I switched it up here on this page, the PO box. Um, I don't know if I did it on Soft Sports or not. But if the PO box says Houston, that's the updated one. If it says Kima, it's the old one. But either one of them is still good. I still have both of them. But I'm just getting everything forwarded from Kima to the one in Houston. Yeah, you know, hold on, just let me just. Yeah, I did it. All right, man. So yeah, like I said, if you want to get in on the conversation, if you don't, then I will rant and I will rave about why SMBC is terrible, and y'all can just say, well, look, there it goes, another one, another angry black man. But no, but everybody in the Discord, it's been a very extremely interesting last few days. The Den is a very weird place. So, and there's that. Yeah, the lava lamp, that makes me upset too, because I never warm it up enough, and so it's never ready. It's like some weird looking shit going on. But the SMBC shit is crazy, right? But again, like I say, going back to my argument, is like, what's the difference between that and then just saying, hey, well, I'm going to have a kid and, get on welfare? And I'm not saying that the woman's not going to work. I'm not saying that the woman isn't, she might be already well off, and maybe it's just a thing she's just doing for the journey. But I just think it's a really odd thing to actively encourage having single parent families. And I know that in the thing with the that 3-letter group, that one of the things they were talking about was changing the idea of the nuclear family to meaning a wide variety of stuff. And I'm not saying that there's a problem. Well, let me rephrase that, because the statistics show that there tends to be more problems with coming out of single parent households. But I'm not saying that all. There's no reason I should even have to state that. But what I am saying is that I don't think you should encourage that, knowing that the likelihood of it is to create more issues. And I know people say, well, it happens in 2-parent households too. Yes, I agree. There's situations where you can account for saying this is going to happen here, that's going to happen here. But none of them are ever going to be perfect. Oh, okay, give me a second. I guess it kind of helps if I'm a little bit more prepared here. Yeah, while I was ranting, see, hold on, give me just a moment. Oh, I'm just gonna let y'all see it when it comes up. Oh, Josephine, Johnny. I'm being joined.
Hey, what's up, man?
I'm being joined by Uncle Steven. What's up, Dan, the motherfucking man with the plan? How you feeling, Dan? I mean, how you been, man?
I'm all right. Just dealing with certain things, and I already told you the main thing that happened. So no point in going back into that. Just trying to maintain, man. Is there any echo? I turn off my YouTube feed, but if the check and see if there's any, sure I have my setup right, because I don't want to bother y'all with a bunch of echoing.
No, I don't hear any echo.
I'm good.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay, cool. So shoot, let's get to the nitty gritty. Our overrated. Well, already donated. That people stays over. Woman today. Yes, sure. Now why? Well, I back then to now. I mean, well, let's see. I know during World War II, you had women involved, not from obviously, or nurses mending the, and they took up some of their husbands in the shipyards when they were fighting the war. And then once the war came back, the guys came back, they went right back to being housewives. Now I don't think a lot of them are happy with that, but they did it to, help their husbands and their families out in their country. As a matter of fact, they set up for the cause, a righteous cause, fighting fascists. But I mean, you think you can get women nowadays to do that shit? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm not saying women are in the armed forces. I've met many women in armed forces, many right ass women in armed forces. So don't start with that misogynist shit. Oh, you just hate women. No, I love women. And now at one point I was a simp. That was the first problem, but that day's dead. So you know, that's
I
just one thing. But
proudly claim
okay, go
misogyny.
ahead.
There's nothing wrong with a little bit of misogyny. I think we all could use a little bit more misogyny in our lives. So, there's no shame in the misogyny game. I'm sorry, Mr. Dan, if you could continue what you were saying.
Hey man, it's a free country. You have a point there. I mean, shit. I mean, look, that's the thing about being just outright, illogical in certain beliefs you have. Then there's some beliefs founded on experiences you've had, which is a safe bet to assume certain things. Statistics, which is somewhere I like to go to, as I've explained before in the chat. I mean, in the Discord, and obviously when I've called before. And there's just observations, things of that nature. And I guess a lot of modern day women are very selfish,
Hmm.
from my experiences. It's me. And some of these women, they're so selfish, they'll take their child support check and, go buy some Louboutins, but your kid still got the same toothbrush you had 6 months ago. This is some of the shit I've seen. I've actually lived through some of that shit. So that's just that right there, the whole child system. Because, the court ain't gonna care where the fuck the money goes. And no, I don't have kids. So no, ain't no one hit me over the head with a check like that for my check. But the horror stories here about the child support system that giving this woman all this fucking money, and she ain't even giving it to the fucking kids, not giving it to them, but spending it on the children. It's essentially a lifestyle maintainer right there, child support check. I mean, that's what All Star Weekend is, a bunch of thoughts running in strip clubs trying to pregnant by some rapper or ball player, and that's all. And one of these fools dumber, but now you get hit over the head for 18 years. Well, you played yourself. Congratulations. I'm just kind of like going everywhere right now because I'm kind of tired. But modern day women are overrated. That's just two off the wall examples. But I mean, what's your on Joe?
Well, I agree with you when you speak on some of the things as far as how these women are held accountable for the child support. Because I think there's some extravagant child support payments being made. I don't understand why any kid in the country needs more than $5,000 a month. I think that's still a bit much. But I mean, as
Yeah.
far as you want to have
Yep.
expenses, even if you're talking about living in a nice or a decent area and things like that, um, yeah, I think it's a wild thing. But let's kind of take that and kind of spin it though. So what about, like I said, because I also mentioned the thing about the single mothers by choice. So how do you feel about a woman who's actively going into motherhood, not wanting to have uh, a significant other or additional parenting figure involved?
Oh, I'd say you're running a risk. Um, Generally, two-parent households have a certain level of stability to it. One person can be at home and watch the kids and take care of their house. That could be the man, woman. I don't care. The woman could have the job, or the man could have a job. I don't care. But it's easier. Maybe you're both working and collecting that shit together, and you hire a babysitter with the extra income. You're able to do that. I think the risk of a child of certain um, lessons that I think a two-parent household, ideally a man and a woman, can give. Like in the case of a young woman, just from the statistics I've seen, seems like having a father is a good statistic of being another single mother. It seems like a lot of the households that have single mothers keep producing single mothers, and now it's by choice. Well, I mean, I guess that's an improvement. I know the black community is what 75, 80% single parent households at this point.
Oh man, it's up
I
there.
mean, that yeah, yeah. So I don't know how many of those are by choice or just oh, whoops. It's I just I don't think that's a good thing, man. I really don't. And I'd say the same thing for single fathers. We know the majority of these single women, single fathers. I think a man can't teach a woman how to be a woman. I think teach a woman what she should look for in a man, the kind of traits and characteristics she should want in a man. You know, like if you see like your dad and like your uncle, they're hardworking guys, they're kind people, stuff. You want a guy like that. But if you let in the TV and whatever your friends around the way do, and half them can't make good fucking decisions, then you're probably gonna fall into that trap. And then be stuck in that same neighborhood, not doing shit with your life. You're two kids by some ain't shit dudes, jailbirds, dope boys, the musicians. No, shout out to musicians, but and shout out dope boys too. It is what it is. Yeah, I promote drug use. Yeah, I don't care. Anyway, I see this trap keep happening, like this single parent household. But as long as you get that check from the government and then the check from your baby daddy, I guess you're good to go. I don't think that's smart, man. In the case of a young man, look, a woman cannot teach a man how to be a man. Okay, I'm lucky I had my father in my life, and he ain't here no more. I'm lucky I had him to teach me certain things. And there's a point where he wasn't in my life when my parents got separated. And there are certain points in my life where I felt I needed male guidance, that a woman couldn't teach me certain things. My mother tried, but hearing her, I heard my dad more. But I was able to make up for that before he died. So I'm very fortunate for that. But a lot of these young men out here, I see they don't have that certain male traits and lessons that are learned by I guess from the previous generation, certain traits, lessons, characteristics, what have you, that come from the previous generation and pass on the next generation. But somewhere along the way, that shit's getting lost. And then this new generation coming up now, it's like they never had it. They never even saw it. They let TikTok raise their kids and shit like that. Yeah. I don't know where this is going. This troubles me. You shouldn't let when it comes to social media, the people on these social people there, you'd be surprised how little their kids and their family members are on these social media networks. Matter of fact, I read a lot of people who work at these companies, they spend very little time on there besides work, and their kids definitely not on there, like maybe like an hour if that. So just be careful of the media shit in your kids, because these kids are exposed to a lot more shit than they were back in the 60s, 70s, the 80s, even. Yeah.
It's ridiculous at the click of a button.
More eyes on your kids now more than ever. Yeah, especially all these fucking pedophiles out here. I mean, look, man, you need your eyes on your kids at all times.
Absolutely.
And you might not like this woman or this man you were with, but y'all gotta come out with something, because look, y'all brought this shot, okay? And nothing pisses me off more than coward ass here for the kids. That shit infuriates me. Now, that being said, there are some women who are such fucking viruses. They will lie to their kids. They'll say, I remember seeing an episode of Fix My Life where the lady lied and said that her father molested her. He told her daughters that her father molested them, that their father molested them. And they were talking years later. You remember that one?
Yes.
Talking years later, they're like, I don't think he did that. Yeah, that infuriated me. And then, like, when they confronted the mother, she's like, well, why didn't you fight for him harder? I'm thinking, this nasty bitch.
Yes.
Like, you lied to these girls for years, kept him away from his daughters for years. He never did anything wrong to him, and you still can't take responsibility for your actions. There's no accountability. There's no responsibility. Long someone else. It's. I don't remember who was talking about. I forgot who was talking about it in the Discord. I think it might have been Trill. Something about shame.
Yes.
There's no shame anymore. There's. I think Miss not Miss Bell, maybe Miss Bell, but Miss Grace. I know she said something like, if you were a single mother back in the 60s, you got slapped upside the fucking head or something like that. It wasn't something to be like very proud of. It was a sign of bad planning. But if you're planning to be a single, At the end of the day, I ain't got no kids. I'm not brought out to this fucked up, miserable world. I ain't doing none of that shit. On it, good luck. Hope you have a good savings plan. Hope you get life insurance for your kids because you never know what's gonna happen out here. And that's it. That's all I said. Number well wishes for you because I don't want to wish harm on nobody because y'all doing it just yourselves. That's kind of all I got to say, bro. I'm bitch today.
No, I'm looking at Miss Unspoken is saying, and now I can understand if it's a situation where the man is physically abusive, or creating a
Yeah.
scenario in a situation that's different. But also, like I said, I think it's important, as it said, that people have to start planning. Like with these kids, one, I believe that there should be some type of arrangement before you give it up. And I know a lot of niggas don't want to hear this shit. They're like, oh, so you on some sucker shit. But no, I
Yeah.
mean, y'all always say that I'm shitting on the ladies and all this, that, and the third. But if y'all want the Pudeni stock to go back up, you gotta start tightening up the market, man. You can't let it be sold on every street corner and avenue for every Tom, Dick, and Harry. You know what I'm saying? With a gold tooth and one red bottom. You don't know where the other one at. Halfway with it. What's the shit? What's the shit they into now? I don't even know. But
Shit, I don't know.
Like I say, any nigga just have some
Right.
action because it's the hype of the month. So it's like if y'all start putting restrictions on the fixins, you know what I'm saying? I think the game is gonna change. But unfortunately, I do believe that train has passed because now, and I believe social media is really grooming at an age for. You see, it's just crazy stuff at a younger and younger age because everybody only wants fame and they want all this other shit that is, just terrible. And so it's almost like you see what happens. What do they promote on the gram? It's always something kind of sensual, if you will. Everybody encourages. It's okay. They're encouraged. No, it's okay to have OnlyFans. Showing yourself off and doing all this other shit. Like, now people are encouraging.
Okay.
Don't you shame somebody for getting an OnlyFans if they're doing what they got to do. It was like some nurse or something. They said had got an OnlyFans and like it wasn't going the way she planned, and or she was in nursing school or some shit. I don't fucking know. But yeah, so I'm supposed to feel bad. But like, what do you think was going to happen? But so yeah, like you said, you have to be active. You have to be on top of it. Especially what the younger the younger ones are watching. But at the same time, like I say, if you're a dude out there looking for yourself, you got to kind of be cautious because you don't know what you're getting into these days. But again, if it's abusive, if it's a situation like that, then yeah, you got to get out of that. Oh, but what I was also saying about the women thing is too is like, yeah, y'all got to make a commitment. Put a ring on it. Y'all was dancing and then pop locking and doing the splits on the floor to that Beyonce shit, but then y'all ain't follow through with that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so my deal is like. Again, if you start making, motherfuckers think that it's worthwhile, and again, you can't just, you can't have been around the block, 3,200 times and then decide, okay, hey, some of y'all, again, like I said, have far gone past that spot. Sometimes you just go past the point where you can't do what they call a point of no return. So some of y'all have gone past that. But I think if we create a situation where, again, where we want to have families again, and like I say, you made men wait, put a ring on it, make a commitment, and that way, if the motherfucker fuck up, hey, you got insurance, right? Like I'm all with that shit. If you'd have made a man make a commitment to you, decide to put the ring on the shit and do all that, he made that commitment, he knows what he's getting into. Then look, you get a win-win. So if shit goes awry, you don't have this situation where people out there struggling. Say, look, Broderick, I was talking fine till you came in here. First you late.
Oh,
You just like a nigga. Don't come to the party late and then got demands. Got stuff to say. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, go put the potato salad over there in the corner, man.
What up, Broderick?
Broderick's a terrible person. But nah,
oh man.
So yeah,
oh,
like I say, but this mentality to me is kind of scary because, like I say, we've seen the results of the statistics of single parent homes, and when I talk about single parents, I'm usually not thinking a woman who was married and then went through a divorce. You know what I mean? I usually think
Right.
more. I think more like, well, I guess you could say she's not getting any support, but I guess that's a little bit different than if you're getting child support and all that other shit, but. more of the time I'm thinking, no commitment, no marriage, just kind of had a kid out of wedlock situation. When I think single parents, I guess let me put that in the context. So other people may think of it differently. But I think we minimize a lot of it. I think we minimize a lot of the nonsense that's going on. If people could just make commitments, but like I say, we live in this microwave society where shit, nothing fucking matters anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's just let's get it now. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, I agree pretty much, man. Like you said, and here's one thing. So yeah, we definitely women definitely do get abused by men, have been abused by men, and definitely will be still be abused by men. But shit goes both ways too. I've been in an abusive relationship where she hit me in public for no fucking reason, or when we had a party, it was worse because she'd be drunk. Yeah, I wasn't even talking to a girl. I'd be talking to my friends. I'm trying to get drunk and high. I don't give a fuck about none of this other shit. And she think like, why girl, calm the fuck down. And she slapped me in front of like 15 people. That's abuse. But I'm a guy, so stop being a pussy. That's generally how that goes,
Yeah.
So it goes both ways, man. That's that toxic bullshit. But some people think that's love. Oh, he or she's doing that because she loves me, bro. Look, if it's that bad, you do need to get away from that shit. I've seen toxic relationships. I've been in them. I'd rather be alone the rest of my life than be in another toxic relationship. And looking at the way people are going is probably going to be the case right there. So it is what it is. I'll save some money. I'll spend it on something useful, worthwhile. It is what it is. I was about to say something anyway. That's kind of all I got, man. I do think modern day women are overrated, but a lot of men are overrated too. Just because you're entitled to have dominion over women. I don't care what the Bible says. No, a man's supposed to do a woman, but you a bum ass dude sleeping on your mama's couch. You basically Jody from Baby Boy, but you get to tell her what to do, and she got a job and she's taking care of her. You can't tell her shit, bro. Unless the father of that, and you and her do need to have some sort of cohabitation or something where you do what's in the better interest of this child. That's the only time you have any right to say anything about how she lives her life involving this child. And just because she's your baby mama doesn't mean you run her life, okay? You have a baby with a woman, didn't bother marrying her, but some of these dudes think like, your baby mama, bro, like, you ain't with her no more. You just had a kid with her. Y'all ain't married, so you just chill out. I seen dudes like go to shooting somebody for talking to their baby mama and shit. I've heard that happen a lot. I'm like, bro, were y'all in a relationship? No, it's just they had a kid together, but I guess this guy on some old psycho shit, so he goes and shoots the dude house up over this. But she moved on, bro. I just think people need to have some sort of realistic expectations of other people. Don't put people on a pedestal. Do not. I used to put women on a pedestal. Never again. Fuck that. Y'all bitches ain't getting no credit from me.
No credit.
And be mad I said bitch. No, be mad I said bitches. I don't care. Be mad. I don't care. Just yell at me to Discord. I'm about to do homework, so never mind. So that's all I got, man.
All right.
I'm sure I got somebody angry. Awesome.
That's a bandana, man. I appreciate you jumping in and sharing your thoughts with me, man.
Yeah, man. I had to get it started with some controversial statements,
Already. That's a bit. What kind of homework you got, man?
I'm gonna work on some business managerial accounting. It's like, it is what it is.
Sounds like a barrel of monkeys. Well, that's a bit, Mr. Dad, man.
Girl, asshole.
That's a bit. I'm gonna let you do your thing, Mr. Dad, but I appreciate you hollering at me.
Absolutely, Honcho. Y'all favorite coon is leaving, so have a good night. Take it.
All right, Uncle Steven. That's funny as shit. Okay. But I got the thing. Dilly dally. There it is. If you want to join in the conversation, share your thoughts on anything that we've been discussing tonight. There it is. But yeah, when you're talking about abuse, I don't condone all abuse. Okay. But like there's certain situations where, of course, then if the family is an extremely toxic environment, it's not beneficial for any of the parties involved. Then, yeah, you kind of gotta figure that out before it gets too far gone. And they made a really good point, like a really, really good point. And that's something we may have to talk about one day. And that is, baby others, right? Like why do baby others feel like possessive over motherfucker? You didn't marry them. You didn't fucking get real serious. You just had a kid with them for a little bit. Like it's a weird thing, right? It's a really weird thing. I don't know. It's been situations. I'm like, man, I'm not the one who want to play those games. So yeah. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about that too. It's a couple of short videos I need to do, and I said I'm going to start dropping some short videos. Um, so that way, I guess maybe YouTube will start saying, "Oh, the channel isn't completely dead," with these random streams. And I think Tuesday is going to be the day I'm gonna start shooting for. Tuesday evenings. We'll see how it works. But for the foreseeable future, we'll try to go at least once a week on Tuesdays. Um, but yes. That whole situation there was very bad, So, but we'll get into that. We'll definitely discuss that. Give me one moment here. There we go. We have an additional guest with us this evening, Mr. John from New York. How are you doing this evening, sir?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
Doing good, John. What's on your mind this evening, sir?
Man, YouTube's fucking with me.
What do we got going on there?
They decided to delete one of my videos.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no bueno. Which video was that?
That's the thing. It was a video from 2 months ago.
Mm.
And they just sent me an email saying, we've taken down one of your videos. We hope you understand. You probably didn't do this on purpose, so we're not going to give you a strike on your channel. And I'm like, what video are they talking about? It was a video that I made about your state filing a lawsuit with the highest court in the land against some other states in America. So they took it down because they said that it was advancing scams, deceptive practices, and spam.
What?
Yeah. I replied with I said, look, I'll give you the best counter case I can give you without you giving me the details of where in the video I violated the community guidelines. I gave timestamps. I said I actually said the word debunk twice. I gave this. I recited the Constitution and these U.S. codes. I'm like, there was nothing in there that was a scam, deceptive, or advancing anything. 3 minutes after I filed that appeal, they replied, denied.
Correct. Absolutely. Good old auto reply. At least they make you feel like you did something.
Yeah.
That's
So I went and I deleted just about every video I made after November 3rd. So because I saw someone else on YouTube, the same thing happened to them for a month-old video in regards to the Rona. So my whole thing is I made some of those videos too. So I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna get a strike on my channel, it's because of some wild shit that I say, not because fucking somebody doesn't like the topic I'm talking about from 2 months ago.
Yeah. That means I need to probably back up this whole thing. Cause there's some
we're being hunted in these YouTube streets. We're an endangered species. We're being hunted.
Oh man, it's terrible. Man. So I made a mention about a thing earlier. I don't know if you caught it about the SMBC. Hey, Marie, how are you?
Single mother by choice.
Yes. What are your thoughts on that?
Are we still allowed to curse on your show, or are we trying to keep you monetized?
Oh, you feel free to curse.
Okay, since I have your permission. Fuck them. That's how you want to think. All right, do you. Don't come to me for any help. Don't get mad when the quality or the amount of the quantity of guys that you have to choose from don't want anything to do with you. I don't want to hear you about how you're struggling on welfare or your WIC or whatever. Fuck you. You know, um, you want to be single and have kids. Okay. Well, that's because that's what it's about, right? Her being single with kids and that. All right, no problem. I mean, you're a strong, independent woman. Go ahead, do it. Leave me the fuck out of your life, though. Don't come crying to me. Don't complain to me. Don't ask me for money. Don't ask me for help. Fuck you.
Hmm. Okay. I can agree with that.
Because, I think a lot of the reason why we get so much of the dumb shit lingering around is because more and more we've been babying people and giving them attention, even if it's subtle attention. Once any group of people realize that what they're doing isn't getting them attention and they're all on their own and it's a lot tougher than they thought it was going to be, they'll stop. They'll stop on their own. But, as long as the government's giving them money, as long as some simp is willing to, be there for them, as well as other people are going to give them attention, even if it's negative attention, they'll keep doing it. So, fuck them.
I just realized something. Thank you, Mr. Coltrane. It is Black History Month. So, I completely forgot. Like, I had no idea. So, yeah, there's that. Do what y'all want to do with that, I guess.
I sent my friend a text message yesterday saying Happy Black History Month to you and your family from me and my Italian uncle, and then I sent her a link to the Wild Cherry song, Play That Funky Music, White Boy.
That's a pretty good one. But here's my thing, man. Like, I don't know. We'll talk about Black History Month later. But, yeah, but what are your thoughts on modern women, Mr. John? Do you think that they're overrated? Do you think they overrate themselves?
Everybody overrates themselves, men and women. Women do it more egregiously. At least when you have a conversation with a man, be like, look, you gave yourself a 10, but this, and this. And be like, all right, you're right. Maybe I'm like a 7. Tell a woman who thinks she's a 10, she's like, fuck you. Yeah, I think modern women are very overrated. I think a lot of modern women, not all of them, but a lot of them, especially in America, they don't cook, they don't clean, they're not feminine, they're not submissive. So what happens is, hold on a second. Okay, so what happens is, but they still want a man who's going to be, a protector, a provider, a gentleman, old-fashioned guy, but she doesn't want to be an old-fashioned woman. Now, a lot of guys these days, you could say, are overrated too, because, they don't know how to fix things. They don't know how to work with their hands. They can't build you a house. They can't fix your car, this and that. They're not masculine anymore. But the problem with that for women is if a man makes money, he can still pay for everything. So she's still getting what she wants, which is, financial protection. And he could pay for whatever. He could pay for the house. He could pay to get the car fixed by a professional. He could pay to have the house built by a professional. Is she going to go out and pay for the maid and the nanny to cook and shit? You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, even though men today are overrated in terms of like their domestic skills as well, if they're making money, they could still get the same thing done. It's just they're paying someone else to do it. And every woman wants a 6-figure man. So, hey, if your man's 6 figures and he's paying for all that shit, he's still a prize and you're not because you don't cook, you don't clean, and you're not feminine. So any way you break it down, modern women are really hurting themselves.
What do you think? Well, you mentioned being, feminine, and we know that, oh man, I just thought of something Miss Grace posted earlier. It was terrible. Oh man. But yeah, I mean, in addition to being feminine, what else could a modern woman do, in your opinion, that kind of makes them more appealing? Because it seems like a lot of them are trending away from that.
I didn't hear the first part. Who can do to be more appealing?
Modern women.
Oh, I mean, I guess it goes back to the old adage: if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Cook, clean, shut the. There's three ways. Yeah, I see your face, Anjo.
Oh, that's been a very interesting word or phrase the last few days.
There's there's three ways that a woman can get a man's attention and keep a man's attention. And there's sub categories to each of these, but number one, look good. Number two, cook good. And number three, shut the fuck up good. If you could do all three of those, you are golden. It's that simple. Cook good falls into the domestic skills, cook good, clean good, be a nurturer, take care of the kids good, look good, pretty face, stay relatively fit. And shut the fuck up good doesn't mean you can't contribute to anything verbally. It just means don't be a fucking nag. Just means know your fucking place. Your husband's a plumber. He's been working on plumbing for 20 years and he's fixing something. Don't walk into the room and be like, I don't think you don't think you know what you're doing, when you've never touched anything for plumbing in your entire life. Just simple things. That's it. Cook good, look good, and shut the fuck up good. That's it. It's not that difficult. But nobody wants to do it. Well, most people don't want to do it.
What else do you think most women want to do? What is it? What has changed the modern woman that has made them stray from the old-fashioned plan?
I would say the media. I would say, women obviously have advanced in the workplace, so there's more women that are gainfully employed, and the whole feminist thing where I'm equal to you, and it's like, all right, well, good luck with that, because be careful what you wish for, because you might get it. So now you want to be my equal, but then you want me to treat you like a princess. It's like, that's not how it works. Back in the day, men behaved a certain way with women when it came to domestic issues, because women couldn't work or they were not gainfully employed. They were not allowed to do certain things. So men picked up in certain areas. And also men were able to pay all of the bills very easily because they had half of the country not competing with them for jobs like we have now. So women, started taking on more masculine traits and roles. And then they said, well, men aren't as masculine as they were 50 years ago. No, we are, for the most part. You're more masculine than you were 50 years ago. And that's where the confusion comes into place. So, but like I said earlier about the single mom thing, there's enough simps and girly men out there to put up with this bullshit that she'll just look for a loser, date him, she'll be unhappy, and then someone else will see them and be like, well, you see, we can do it. We can get a man even though we're masculine, even though we don't cook, we don't clean, we don't do this. Men will never stick together and avoid all these women completely. So because of that, they're always gonna have like that one success story that they can point to.
Makes sense. Even though the success story is never about them, but that fuels their beliefs. That's a terrible way to live. Okay. So, what about the market, John? Have you been playing with the some of that Reddit stock information?
Run that by me again.
The whole situation with what is it, Reddit and the I think it was with the GameStop and AMC and all that.
Oh, good for Reddit. Good for them. I'm in the business, so I got to be careful what I say,
Oh, okay.
because It's considered a public announcement if I say certain things, but good for them. You know, hedge funds get together to decide to, take advantage of a company that's failing, and that's within their right to do that. And somebody on the other side got together on Reddit and said, you know what? We know they're taking advantage on the downside, and we know if we make these investments, we could push the stock up and make money. I don't see anything wrong with it. I saw some hedge fund guy on CNBC crying about how, it's all these damn people getting their stimulus checks. And I'm like, yeah, that's what they're doing. They're putting it into the market, you out of touch fucking idiot. Fucking people have been fucking hurting for 6 months. So they get fucking $600 measly dollars. The first thing they thought about is let me put it into GameStop in the market. Yeah, okay, guy. Fucking dumbass. But no, I'm happy that it happened. Good. It's a free market supposed to mean free market. So if it's good for the geese, it's good for the gander.
Okay. All right. Anything else that's on your mind there, Mr. John? What's been going on in your world?
Man, are they really going to put Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill?
Oh, man. Oh, shit. That's a whole...
Yeah, how disrespectful is that?
I mean, hey, you kill two birds with one stone, if you do it. So, you get to...
what's that feminist movement?
Yeah, you get
and what else do they get?
You get the black person.
And a black.
Yeah.
Black and well, okay. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, like, couldn't be like MLK, right? Like, he doesn't deserve to be on there, right?
He's got every street and every ghetto in America. He doesn't need anything else. But yeah, so I mean, I'm sure that there are probably some other more popular options, but hey, I don't know. I guess that's.
Yeah, I got a video lined up for the Harriet Tubman. I'm actually gonna put out like 5 videos this week, and then starting Sunday night, I got snowed in, so I haven't been to the office since Friday. But I got the Harriet Tubman video coming out, and they're gonna hate me. They're definitely gonna take that video down. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. I got the video about that white guy who said he preferred black women, but all his reasons were like backhanded.
Yes.
I got a video about the history of this country and how we're against an insurrection and violence, but yet the history of this country, starting with its formation, was based on violence. So I'm going to go through a little historical timeline of America to remind everyone who's used violence, what the outcome was, and how we think of them today, and who has used violence and still won a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yes.
And then I got I was going to do a video about the Chad Wheeler thing, about him. Chad Wheeler's the guy that you were talking about earlier about beating up his girlfriend, the NFL player.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know his name.
Yeah, I didn't know his name either until I saw it trending. But then I just decided, like, it's 2 weeks old, and he's a scrub, and I don't really want to get into that nonsense.
No.
The team dropped him. He's a free agent. He'll probably never get hired again. He got arrested. He already admitted that he did it on Twitter. He apologized. Not that apology is enough, but he was off his meds. It's like justice is slowly being served in that process. So it's like we all know why people are mad. It was a white guy who beat up a black woman. It's not even because I saw people like they don't. It's like they overlooked the whole domestic violence part, and it was more about the race.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, it's like you guys are no different than when like a terrorist attack happens. Everyone's hoping that it's either a white guy or a Muslim guy. It's like it's the same shit. It's like you don't fucking care. You just want to fucking figure out if you can rage or not on Twitter.
Yes. You gotta have a little race rage. If you don't have a little race anger every day, then it's not a good day. I mean, it's just part of the recipe. But yeah, it is. I did notice that. That's definitely the first thing most people go to is the race and the stories that have I guess no racial difference that gets swept under the rug, and sometimes those are some of the worst ones. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Are we allowed to make fun of him? I mean, like you're 6'7" and 310, and all you did was give a chick a bloody nose. Like you would think like somebody that big and like would fucking kill somebody. You know?
He thought he did. I heard or something. He said
And
he went to
I
the.
just wanna say like I'm not saying that she should have been beat up more. I'm just saying you would think that someone who's 6'7", 310 pounds and is a professional athlete and throws around 300-pound men like a rag doll would, if he fucking had a manic attack rage, you would think like she'd be dead.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, like Mike Tyson. That's like something didn't Robin Givens claim that Mike Tyson punched her in the face?
Yeah, something like that. Something.
How do you get punched by Mike Tyson in the face and like live to tell about it when you're 5'2", 120 pounds? Like these women got some iron chins, man.
Well, maybe
Not to, I know I'm cracking jokes about fucking domestic violence, but it's not. Don't take it that way. I'm just saying, like, it's just amazing that you would think that someone with all that power, because like Mike Tyson knocked out grown ass professional heavyweight boxers,
yes.
and then here's Robin Givens taking one on the chin for the team,
Yes.
and she just it's like, oh man, that's gonna be a scary thought.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't. Even at his age now, would not want to be in a situation where have a problem with Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I mean he's in his 50s and he's still going strong. Could you imagine having to fight that guy in his prime? Jesus.
I don't think they were paying enough back then.
Wait, hold on a second. For 10 mil, get in the. If you're lucky, you only last one round. For 10 mil, you wouldn't get in there and just get knocked the fuck out within one round. I mean, it'd be embarrassing, but then again, 10 million, make up for that. 10 million. We got to take out taxes, and you got to pay your team. So figure you walk away with like 4 million clean.
But if I know I'm going to take the L, do I really got to pay my team?
You got to pay. You scumbag. You got to pay the team.
I mean, I'm walking into an L here. I mean, this is more like a.
You gotta. All I see is Tony Burton in the corner. Throw in the damn towel. Throw in the towel.
Yeah, this is a bad deal. So you
4 million, and just remember, because I want just remember, anybody who makes fun of you saying you got knocked the fuck out doesn't have 4 million.
Yes. So we're talking about a knockout? Are we talking TKO here?
We're talking about Nate Robinson.
Oh, good grief!
Wait, hold on. Deontay Wilder didn't get like knocked the fuck out. He was just like topsy, right? The ref stopped it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
What about Manny Pacquiao? Was he knocked out cold in that meme they made out of him?
Yeah, he was. I thought he was dead.
All right, so yeah, you're dead. You look like you're dead on the floor, face down.
Mm.
The team doctor hurdles the top rope of the ring because he's so concerned.
This makes is significantly worse.
4 million tax-free dollars, after-tax dollars. 4 million.
But my internet cloud is shot to shit.
And you're on ESPN's top 10 worst knockouts forever.
Yeah, I'm down in history for the wrong way. Then I'm end up like old buddy from
and one of your dreads come loose. What are your dreads?
I have to politely decline.
You're laying face down and like 3 feet off to the right of you is one of your dreads just by itself, just laying there. But I will say you're not going to twitch like Apollo Creed did in the movie. You're fine. You'll wake up. You'll have a headache for a week. No permanent damage. You have 4 million in your bank. You never got to fight again. Great financial advisor. You'll make probably 150 cash. Conservative in some bonds. You won't have to ever do anything again.
I'd probably have to stay off the internet.
I can't believe you're thinking about this. I would do it.
I'm telling you, man, that internet clout. I'd have to stay off the net
Fuck
for
the
at least.
internet.
I need at least a month and a half.
You could take that You could take that 4 million, do a new joint venture into some social media company, become the new fucking Black Mark Zuckerberg, and I would do it. I would do it. And then anytime somebody makes fun of me for getting knocked out, I'd be like, yeah, but I got paid 4 million and you didn't. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, 4 million is a considerable amount of money.
4 million, you could retire on that. And in Texas,
No,
you could retire on that. At 3%, you're making what? 120,000. 3% interest, you're making 120,000. You can get a whole house in some parts of Texas for that money.
oh, yeah.
Paid. Cash.
Yeah, that's absolutely true.
Just say yes. You would. You could take care of your mom. You could just say yes. You would do it.
Man, one time my mom was late from picking me up from the YMCA. What they call them, the closed gyms or whatever, open gym, whatever you used to call them.
All right.
So I'm gonna have to dock
All right.
her
So
a little
because
bit.
so because of that, you don't get her an Acura. You get her a Honda.
Yeah,
But you can just say yes, so I can get off this line and let somebody else call in.
All right, yes, I will take the 4 million.
You poor thing.
And relocate to the Philippines.
Oh my God, could you imagine? Philip? Yeah, you can't go to Thailand because then they'll start wondering about you. But oh man, that's crazy. You just gave me ideas.
And for anybody who's asking, that's not my plan. So if some reason I do fall into a large sum of money, you'll never see me again. I am not in the Philippines. Don't even check. Don't even bother wasting your time.
All right, Hancho. I appreciate taking the call. Good to
right.
see you again. And for everybody else watching, check out my show. I'm going to put some videos out this week. Some good topics. A lot of cussing, really blunt, controversial topics. They're going to shut me down, so come watch it before I'm gone.
All right. Well, check it out. And it's no excuse that you can't find a channel. If you go to the main page of the Den, it's right there. It's like the second row. You see the icon, same icon that you see on the channel right now. And it says John from New York Show. So there's no excuse as to why you can't find it. If you say you can't, you're just being an asshole.
There's only a couple of videos up there now because I had to delete everything. But we're going to rebuild. All right. Have a good night, everybody.
All right, Mr.
Peace.
John. Appreciate you checking in.
Thanks. Bye.
All right. Let me see. About 8:57-ish. Okay. Man. I think I'm getting ready to wind down here a little bit, but like I said, I still got to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out for sure, whether stick permanently with the stream or yards of the. I still think I'm leaning Zoom because they have like a little deal with the phone and all that shit. So it might be more convenient to do all of that. But all of you lovely people, I appreciate you, swell folks, in the community board of social. I have to go back and check. I don't think I checked the sauce part in a couple of days, so I have to go and look at what's going on in the sauce. I need to do a video for the sauce. Just a couple of things, but anyway. But I will go and check it out. Yes, R.I.P. to Screech. Very unfortunate. I'm not sure what happened. I think they said he had some kind of cancer or something like that. I didn't. I'll be honest. I miss out on a lot of stuff. I have not been as tuned in or tapped in with some of the things that have been going on in the world, unless we chop it up about them in Discord. And yeah, I don't know. I enjoy the Discord the way it is right now. So right now we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna hold tight. I'm just letting you know a lot of new folks in or anything like that, because yeah, it's very interesting. We'll see where this thing is going now. But with that being said, I'm gonna get ready to wind it down. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And so what we're gonna do is Tuesdays at 7. I was a little bit late today. Had to tweak some last minute things. Tuesdays at 7. Like I said, that's the tentative schedule. If you want to follow the Den Show, you can follow or get updated if you don't liking whatever subscribes to. I don't even remember all the terms. It's been so. I'm rusty. All right, y'all got to give me the ability to get back into this. At Huncho HTX on Instagram and Twitter. Den Show Live on Facebook at Den Show Live. Yeah, and with that being said, I'm still mad because the damn lava lamp. It's never going. Whenever the last couple times I streamed with this, it's just fucking sitting there. So slow, but y'all know what we do. Make sure if you are not a part of the after party, if you have not been, for all of you regulars who are in the Discord, if you have not been active in the Discord as of late, shame on you. Probably since I'd say close to the beginning of the year, we have been in there on a regular, and the day-to-day has been getting very interesting. Lots of intriguing interactions, conversations, and exchanges, to say the least. Yeah. I'm gonna come look for a couch to match the rest of the Browns in this fucking spot. There was like a little futon one I was gonna grab, but people said it was the least comfortable thing you've ever seen, so I'm on the hunt. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. At this point, I know John has never been in the Discord. The way that it's been going lately, John is a busy guy, right? And yeah, it would definitely get caught up in there because there's been a lot of very intriguing conversations going on. I told him early in the stream that I wasn't gonna let you come over for the Super Bowl, but your ass wasn't even in here. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, I even made a reference and a shout out to Broderick. He came so damn late, he didn't even catch the shit. You know, I told him that I wasn't gonna invite you over. But yes, if you want to support the channel, you can become a member of this channel by hitting the join button. I think on the main page. And yes, we're going to get more consistent with videos and streams. Like I said, it's not going to be streaming every day, but we'll start putting out short content, because that was kind of a thing, trying to do too much. What's it called? So, if you want to support via Cash App, Honcho ENT, I believe. Yeah, it is Honcho ENT. The links, all the links in the description below. They're all the links you need down there. Man, look, say like, you know, we cool, Project, but we cool like remember when Eastside Hero called in and he said like he kept two kind of liquors, you know what I'm saying? Like one that you brought outside when your friends and shit was over, and then one for yourself when everybody was gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, we cool like the everybody liquor bottle cool. You feel me? That's the kind of cool we is. So like, you know, I fucks with you. You know what I'm saying? You my nigga if you don't get no bigger. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, players, you know, just can't do the Super Bowl, big dog. Shout out to Roger, babe. Yes. Real quick, let's do a quick poll real quick. We got a few people in here. And for those of us who know, you know. If you don't, you don't. We haven't done a quick poll in a long time. 0 for no, 1 for yes. Would you eat a dish consisting of barbecue and spaghetti? 0 for no, 1 for yes. I will give no further context to that. Phoenix, what's the motherfucking deal, man? What's good with you? Nah, man. Y'all don't want to see me do the sleep streams. Isley. Isley, where have you been, Ashley? The schedule is, like I said, Sundays, not Sundays, Tuesdays at 7. Like I said, it's going to be a weekly thing, and then, we'll see where it goes from there. But I'm going to start doing more recorded videos. And Ashley, you should come back to the Discord. It has been a barrel full of monkeys. Somebody was asking about you the other day. We thought you might have got arrested.
What's the schedule?
But I appreciate the love, Ron Isley. Oh shit. So I see some no's. I see some. Let me see. I see some Broderick with the no, Dylan Terrell with the no, Culture with the no, Phoenix with the no. Said clothing and accessory designer, Ebony BBW boss. What's the motherfucking deal? Yes, I agree. The new bras are ratchet. I ate the boot like grocery, so it's a 1. Oh man. Oh man. Okay. Sarah Lou says no. This has been a thing. This has been an ongoing thing in the Discord. There's been a gentleman in there who has vehemently defended consuming barbecue and spaghetti, and we've had some very heated arguments. Down here, we do things a little bit different. Appreciate the love, Broderick. So, man, it's a lot been going on, but yeah, there's been some other shit going on there. So if you ain't in it, it's just, I shout out to everybody who's been in that bitch holding it down, because, like I said, just some of the most unique relationships have formed from that Discord. Not that kind of relationship. Ladies, you gotta find your own, man. It ain't that kind of shit going down in the Discord. But just shit that you would not expect. And like I said, I find that pretty cool. And shout out to everybody who's been actually fucking with it. And y'all been on there too late though. Y'all need to go to bed. At midnight, y'all need to take y'all ass to bed. I'll be here. Y'all be up in the Discord 3, 4, 5 in the morning. What the hell is wrong with y'all? You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got shit to do? Shit. All right. I'm rambling. I'm finna go get something to eat. But the after party is in the Discord. I talked all this shit about the Discord. After party is in the Discord. Y'all slide in that thing, chop it up. Let's talk some shit. Let's do like we do in the after party. With that being said, I appreciate y'all. Fucks with y'all. And see, look, that's like Discord shit right there. Oh, that's a different. Well, fucks with y'all, man. I'm glad y'all came through. Let's get this thing back rolling, man. With that being said, I'm Chuck the Deuce. It's your boy Huncho. Shout out to Dan. Shout out to John. Why y'all can't have no ghetto names? You know what I'm saying? Dan and John. You got regular good old American names. But shout out to all y'all, man. Slide sounds gross. What? That sounds like something that Heidi would eat. But yeah, slide to the Discord, man. Let's chop it up. I'll be there right now. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. We'll be in a voice chat. Like, right now. I mean, there's something that to stop button. Done. Cease. Desist. It's over.